Do people chime in here actually and ask questions?
Oh, they can. We're actually live already. But
we're live now?
Let's go. We're going to put the logo on first. Ready?
Okay.
Enjoy, everybody. Enjoy. Shalom, everybody. We are back with a special guest today. We're going to deal comedy, right? There's two. Again, I deal with so much serious stuff, and sometimes I just want to run away from it too. So thanks for the break, Avi.
Well, I tried. I'd like to talk about the election if we can. Yeah.
Oh my God, you're gonna have so many jokes.
Yeah, there's always something.
Unbelievable. So listen, you've taken advantage of. I mean, you can go more into detail, but you've taken advantage of basically not having work,
right?
To travel around the world.
I figure if I'm going to go down and be broke, I might as well go down in flames and just try to enjoy myself. But it's interesting. I had all these Chase Visa points. Everybody told me, Avi, with the amount that you travel, you should have the Chase Visa card, the Sapphire, that's what everybody uses. And you accrue these points and you can use them for hotels, travel, whatever. And I was like, all right, whatever. And I would never use them because usually if you're performing, they're putting you up. They're providing the flight, reimbursing you for flights and hotels and whatever. So they would just kind of pile up. I never used them, or very rarely. And I realized why I didn't use them. I was like, I guess I'm saving them for a pandemic. So I'm using them now. I just use them to travel to like quote unquote green countries. Yeah. Once Israel began to lock down right before the Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, a friend of mine, my friend Yossi Tarab, who's a fellow comedian in Tel Aviv, called me because it was great. I went from LA, which had nothing. I landed in Tel Aviv and I'm on stage 3-4 times a week. People were asking me to be on their shows and these open mics and all these other things. And we were doing comedy for Kobe for 30-40 people outside as fundraisers, whatever we could do. And then once they announced, okay, we're going to lock down before the Chagim, Yossi called me and said, get out of here. Like he just said, there is no more depressing place to be than Tel Aviv because it goes from this buzz of energy to nothing. Yeah. And he just did. So everyone said Greece. I'd never been to Greece. I was actually supposed to perform in Greece twice over Pesach. I had 2 Pesach programs, which of course then went all that money, which was canceled. So I figure out, and I asked a friend of mine, Joel Haber, a friend of mine, and Joel referred me to it's a friend of his in Athens, and that's how it started. I just like, okay, where do I go? Where do I stay? What do I do? And it just kind of went from there. So, they said, here's a hotel close to the Chabad. You can go there. And I contacted the rabbi there, who's Rabbi Handel, who's super nice. And it just went from there. Israelis everywhere, Hebrew all over the streets. And it went from there. And I had a good time. It's a place. I mean, I would have gone over Passover. Wait,
this is Athens?
Yeah, this was in Athens. And then I went to once I got to the hotel, it was a hotel owned by Israelis. And the guy there even knew, he goes, so let me know what lights you need on and off. And, it's fine. I know, so many Jews and Israelis have stayed there. And there were a few days they said you can plan your sort of island hopping when you're there. The guys at the hotel will help you. And they did. So, and I did that, fell off an electric bike, cut up my hands, hurt my wrist and whatever. And from there, people just said, I just began to kind of look at what countries are green. And I saw Bulgaria and I'm like, Bulgaria. And my friend was like, oh, no. Don't underestimate, but Bulgaria is great. There's Varna on the Black Sea. It was a little nippy when I went there, but he said Sofia is great and Plovdiv is great. And I went there. Actually, when I checked into the hotel in Plovdiv, the guy, I never thought in my life I'd be traveling more preferably on my Israeli passport than the American.
Why?
But because of Corona, Americans weren't allowed in Bulgaria, but Israelis were.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. So, and I gave him my Israeli passport to check into the hotel, and he looks right at me and he goes, God bless you, Israelis. You're saving our economy. Thank you so much for coming. Like they were thrilled that we were there. And I'd bump into the same people traveling from Israel. Groups of yeshiva kids were there and went to the Chabad there for Shabbat and Friday. And I was great. And then I went to Serbia. I heard more Hebrew in the streets there than Serbian probably. But again, they changed. I was going to fly back November 10th, and then Israel changed it. It turns red on the 8th, so I had to switch my flight and the whole whatever. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm
wait a second. This as a base. Can we already market the Green Country Show by Avi Liberman? Well, it's you have the jokes in your head already?
I'm going to Dubai on December 1st, and I'm actually performing December 3rd. I think I will be, to my understanding, the first Israeli citizen to ever do stand up there.
Guys, did you just hear this? I am interviewing the person who's going to be the first Jewish Israeli stand-up comedian to perform in Dubai.
I think Jews have performed there, but
Jews. I said Jewish Israeli.
Yeah, but if there's someone with Israeli citizenship, yes, I'll be the first Israeli.
Wait a second, but what's okay? Now I'm no comedian, but I do know that you do your research upon who your audience is to know what jokes will go with that audience.
I mean, so when I posted, there's the club. There's a regular comedy scene there. There's a comedy club called the Laughter Factory, not the Laugh Factory, the Laughter Factory. And I posted I'm going to be performing there, and a few of my friends were like, "Oh yeah, I played that room. It's great.
Oh, wow.
They're a lot of fun." That's one comedian, my friend Jimmy Schubert, who was actually in the Comedy for Kobe tour. He said, "Oh, tell Gail hi." To my understanding, Dubai is such an international city, and it's that I think it's mostly just expats / people who speak English. I don't think it's like, Dubai or the Emiratis who are showing up there to go to the shows. I mean, they're such a small group anyway.
Right.
It's
true. 85% of the population are internationals. They're not from there.
So I just think that's what it is. I'd be surprised if I look out there and it's like a sea of keffiyehs. I don't think that'll happen. But if it is, it's fine. I mean, that means they're there to laugh and have a good time. Even friends of mine that other Arab comedians have said the Arabs are great audiences. They really like to laugh. If they're showing up, they're there to have a good time. Even Yossi Trabus, the comedian who told me to get out before that, he said the few times he's performed in Israel and there have been Arabs in the audience, like they love it. Like they love being talked to and love, stand up. So to me, it's look, funny is funny.
Right.
And hopefully what has been funny in other places will translate there as well. So, and then you usually try to come up with some material or write bits that are there. Obviously I can't do that until I'm there and experience it.
Right.
So that's
right. So how many days do you have to enjoy Dubai before your show?
I land on 3 hours? Tuesday and 2 days. I got a couple
2 days.
days.
So 2 days to experience
but we'll
the culture.
It's, some people have already asked, like, I'm going to be there, then I want to come. I said, all right, as far as I know, like that's that's all I know is that it's the Laughter Factory on Thursday night, the 3rd.
Okay, so now, I want to go in a different direction because first of all, we have a good morning. We have thank you for some humor.
Hi, Stephanie.
That's a Blue Yeti microphone. Yes, it is. Boker Tov, Stephanie. Thank you. Tzarayim Tovim. That's true. Tzarayim Tovim. Yeah. So those who don't know, I mean, it's known that you have COVID, right? So
I had it back in April. Yeah.
Right. He doesn't have. He had it. Right. Now he has the
antibody.
So what good jokes can you tell us about experiencing this pandemic where you actually have had it and now you're in it, but you're on the outside. Like everyone else is scared in a sense, but you're walking around. Oh, I got it. I got the antibody.
Yeah. I mean, so I did this joke actually on the Sukkot. I said when you tell people you have the antibody, especially people that have not had it or don't have the antibody, they go into immediate not happy for you defensive mode. That's like, cause they haven't had it. So they're like, well, I heard it only lasts 4 minutes and you can get it 33 more times. So don't be so cocky about your stupid antibody. They're just either jealous or they're upset that they don't have the antibody.
So funny.
And I said, like, you don't respond that way with any other piece of positive news. You'd never go up to someone and go, Mazel Tov on the wedding. You could get divorced. It's 50%, it's, congratulations on the new baby. You might be an idiot. I'm just saying, it's only with this, because everybody has their take on it. I read online, just like, I said, my rule is I talk to doctors. If you are not a physician who has dealt with COVID patients, honestly, I'm not interested in what you read on your Twitter feed. I don't care. And every doctor I have talked to after everyone leaves the room has looked at me and went, you're immune. This is ridiculous. People focus on, it can only last 3 months. That's what I've heard. And but that's, every physician has pretty much told me that's the exception, not the rule. Usually it's a year to 2 years. That's kind of the standard, especially in men. It seems to last longer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've given plasma at Cedars-Sinai in LA, which is super strict. It used to be they were taking plasma once a week. Cedars was once a month. And they had to check that. And the third time I gave it, they immediately gave me the card. They go, come back on the 4th and donate again, August 4th, which was the day I landed here. I go, do you need to check my antibodies? So they go, no. They're like, no, this is fine. So if a hospital that strict and that reputable that is saying you're fine, I'm not really concerned.
Wow.
So that doesn't convince bureaucrats or friends who have it in their head, like, I don't care, that's it. So everybody has their comfort level of caution. Look, we all grew up with the kids whose parents were more worried than ours.
Right.
It's, so everybody's going to have their comfort level. I respect that. It's not like I think if you feel That, I'm not going to make fun of you. Go, that's ridiculous. You're an idiot. That, you have your comfort level. That,
Right.
So that's fine. But I don't. When people jump on me for traveling, or you could get, I'm just like, I'm not interested. I don't want to hear it. So that's my take on it.
I mean, it is interesting that, again, for most of us.
Oh, Alan. Yes. I remember working in Vegas. That was at the Comedy Cellar. Alan saw me with David Tell in Vegas. Yeah. He was there as a special event for like 2 nights. I performed there, and then the rest of the week was me and 3-4 other comics. So yeah, that's a great room. Comedy Cellar.
First of all, everyone should know Avi Liberman is my favorite comedian. I think one of the best in the world, because I know so many of them.
While I'm here, I'm his favorite. Yeah. While I'm in front of the microphone. So yeah.
But no, it's really because everyone is so. I guess I'll just talk to myself. It's confusing. You don't know who to believe.
Yeah,
this doctor says this. This doctor says that. This person says this on his Twitter feed. This official says this. This decision is this. Everyone disagrees with one another, and you're all confused. I guess the only thing I know is I want my parents to be taken care of,
right?
Because they're in the risk.
Yeah,
age
that's
group.
that thing. I mean, what would seem to make the most sense is let's protect the vulnerable. And I'm obviously more biased, admittedly, because my career has been wiped out essentially. That I'm relegated to like Zoom stuff, which I'm thankful and appreciative to get. So if anybody wants to do a Zoom show, I'm totally available. But again, it's like performing live. It's like I just stopped looking at my calendar. I lost so much work. I was just like, this is just depressing. So I'm more for that. Let people live their lives, and if they want to take the risk of going out or traveling or whatever, that if you're under what I think they even up the age to 70 and you have no no comorbidities, that you're going to be fine even if you do get it. And I'm speaking as someone who did get it. That that the odds of you being seriously ill from this are very, very minimal. That it's okay. So you have to let those people take the risk. We mentioned this before, that it's nothing kills more than poverty. Poverty kills the most people every year. Pretty much everybody agrees that. And you're making a bunch of people poor. That that's not. I don't know how smart that is. I understand the instinct to protect, but I agree with you. Like, let's protect. Okay, we learned that nursing homes are an issue. It's okay. Let's, protect that. But I don't think that people in their 20s should be relegated from, working and going out and, seeing people. I don't know how healthy that is,
right.
So it's each side can make their case. And
right.
That's the thing. But I think that you should at least let people make the decision for themselves, and they're not doing that.
I'm just thinking again, moving away from the serious and moving to the Avi Liberman world. Oh my God, you can have so much material.
You would think, but I'm very lazy and I don't write. So that's no, I'm teasing. I try to. I got some material from traveling because I went to, so far I've been to Greece, Bulgaria, and Serbia. And thank God I went to at least Greece and Bulgaria, because that gave me material for the Sukkot shows.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Dubai on December 1st, the 1st to the 6th. And I originally had a flight to Dubai that's on Ukrainian Air, because there was no way to get out of here. It's just like the only way to get there was from here to Ukraine to Kiev, and then Kiev to Dubai. You got in at like.
But there are no more direct flights yet for you to take?
When I booked it, there weren't any.
You can't change?
No. So, here was the good part. I booked the flight, and then I get a message, your flight's been canceled. Good luck getting your money back. Have fun. And so I was like, what? So thank God I booked it through Chase Visa, and I called them. I go, this is ridiculous. I'm not, I still haven't gotten refunded for flights I had in April. That's over Sukkot. Over Passover. So, so I called Chase Visa. They go, we're not going to charge you. We'll get it back. And they did. So that was fine. But then it ended up being a blessing in disguise, because Fly Dubai, all of a sudden they said, we're going to start direct flights, because this was a whole day of traveling. It was like 18 hours. It's with the layovers and everything.
I think it's only like a 2.5, 3 hour flight.
2 hours and 40 minutes. So then Fly Dubai, I said, because I was worried about spending Shabbat there. I was like, what do I do? Like, how am I going to eat? Where am I going to go? I could wing it the rest of the week, but this over Shabbat, like this. And then I was in Bulgaria, and I went to the Chabad there, and the rabbi goes, just call Rabbi Druchman. The Chabad there is not a problem. So he gave me his WhatsApp. He gets right back to me. He goes, well, let me refer you to the JCC. I was like, the JCC?
JCC of Dubai?
Yeah, I had no idea that. It's like, it's easy. Here, there are 2 hotels that are closed. It's not a problem. Just, So he's like, you can just order there's a kosher restaurant opening, but there's also catering. I was just like, or you can just come to the Chabad. And I was just like, now I want to spend Shabbat there, because I think it'll be an experience.
Right, 100%.
So I booked and hotels in Dubai are very inexpensive. That's 5-star hotels are like $50 a night.
No way.
Because
I'm going.
Yeah, someone told me.
Let's go, Rachel. We're going.
It's like the secret that that everybody the government sort of subsidizes a lot of the big hotels there. That's to get you in the door.
Really?
And then you're going to spend your money shopping this and the other stuff because they have the money. So what do they care? Right. So this just makes it easy. This will get everybody there.
Wow.
And then they'll spend their money other places. But hey, look, worked. It got me in the door. And, so I'm staying at the Crown Plaza the first few nights.
Yeah.
For $50, I splurged.
Oh my God.
And then the Holiday Inn Express in Sufa Park, I think. And that's 15-minute walk to the Chabad or something. I'm staying there over Shabbat. And then I'll fly back on Sunday. But there are Hanukkah programs that are going on now. Like that's
you could start booking.
Yeah, I
be a regular in Dubai.
I said, listen, man. I emailed one of these programs. I said, I think I even worked for them years ago. I said, listen, I'm in the area. I'm here anyway. Let me know if you want me to come in and do a show for the clientable. I'm here. Might as well take advantage of it. So let's see.
By the way, talking about the Dubai Airlines? Did you hear about their latest advertisement that they then had to take down?
No. What is this true or
100% true? Just a few days ago, they had an advertisement that went out there. It was talking about traveling to Tel Aviv, right? So they're talking about Tel Aviv and all these places, and then they had little images, icons come up of different things about Israel, food, different places, right? And one of the images that they put on the advertisement was of the Second Temple.
Oh, that's great. I got it.
And so all of a sudden, everyone was like, oh my God, Dubai Airlines. I think it's called Etihad Airlines. Second Temple, right? That's what they're showing for the land of Israel. The backlash of the Arab Muslim world was furious.
The beauty is that Dubai doesn't care. He doesn't care. So he's always been like pro-Israel. It's secretly. Someone told me that the Emir of Kuwait is also very pro-Israel. That they're going to be next.
Really?
Yeah. Someone said that the Emir of Kuwait, when they left Gaza and the Palestinians burned down the hothouses that they left them, because he's a business guy.
Right. Avi's referring to all the hothouses. We, the Jews, left our hothouses. We left them millions of dollars worth of equipment and hothouses.
And when they burned that,
give them jobs and
the Emir of Kuwait went, I'm done with this, with the Palestinians, with those group in Gaza. He goes, I'm finished with this. That's because he viewed that as like absurd. He's like, he's left you. He said the Israelis have left you some infrastructure here. Use it. Right. And they burned it in anger. And he went, I'm done. That's why Kuwait has been a big destination for a lot of the, it's like the goodwill Jewish groups going to Israel. Leaving from the U.S. have gone to Kuwait.
Interesting.
I met with him there. He's no dodo either. But somebody made a video. They were in Dubai and they showed all this fruit, this Israeli fruit, like with the Israeli flag.
Yes, posted. in the grocery store.
Yeah, and they're like, it's like, oh look, we have Israeli food. They were like proud of it.
Right.
So apparently, like
I posted that on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then my subtitle was
Puerto Rico.
You won't find this as any Western European country. You're finding it in Dubai, in an Arab Muslim country, but the Western Europeans who are supposedly our allies and our friends, they would no way put up anything that has Israeli flag.
With public perception versus reality on the ground. So let's see, but it should be. Hopefully, I'll get some material out of this. But
oh my God.
We'll see. Yeah, it'll probably be a little nerve-wracking for me. That anytime you're performing in a different country, that it's always a little bit strange. Like I remember performing in Germany, I was just like, what do I do here? There's
a totally different sense of humor. Forget about the culture being different. It's a totally different sense of humor. You don't automatically know what they laugh at.
Yeah, and I had one joke in German. I remember I asked, I was like, can I do this joke here? And they're like, yeah, you should do it. Where I talked about going to the subways, which are on an honor system in Germany. So I said, does anyone ever check? And my friend goes, well, there are these plainclothes police, like it's up to you to pay on your own. So I said, which is great, because if you're American, it's free, which is great. So that would get a chuckle. And then I said, like, does anyone, he goes, yeah, there are these policemen that will ask. And if you don't have a ticket, they fine you on the spot. So I said, I wonder what would I say if some German official got in my face, like, yeah, excuse me, you have to pay. I'm like, yeah, I'm Jewish. We've paid enough. And I was like, is that too dark? Can I do that? They go, no, do it. And it got a huge laugh. But bigger, it felt like bigger than it should have. It was like they were like, oh, we better laugh at that one. They were almost like
compensating.
Yeah, but I think it's a good joke. But the question is like, that's culturally,
right?
Are they gonna? Does that get a groan or a laugh?
Right.
And it got a laugh, not a groan.
Right.
Whereas there's other jokes you have to, But it was interesting. Yeah, you always play those games.
Right.
That you have to see what you think will work and what won't, and all, so it depends
right.
on. But you have material to go, like Seinfeld talked about this, where that you have parts in your act that are funny, but it's like filler. I'm going to use this to get to this joke. This stuff is good, but I want to get to this. I can't wait to get to this, because you want to get to the point of your act where all of it is getting to this. that, so you want to have enough material that will work everywhere.
Got it.
And that's like what you want to get to. So
Got it.
obviously there's material that will cross over to any market. Like that's what you want to get to. But obviously you try to adjust to where you are.
I'm just glad you're the comedian and not me.
Oh yeah, well, it's more pressure on my end. So yeah.
Everybody, Avi, it is a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure meeting up, knowing you're in Israel, seeing you, hearing you, following you.
Everyone tells me in LA, don't come back. Just like no reason right now. So I'll gut it out here as long as I can. But,
All right, good. And listen, I hope things change, things pick up.
Soon,
because seriously, he's one of the best. He's awesome. He happens to be one of us, one of the tribe also. So obviously you get my vote no matter what. Thank God you're good too. So it's not automatic. They left.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that means. All right. Yeah.
Hello from Puerto Rico. Thank you.
Yeah.
But awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Stay healthy.
You
stay
too.
safe. Enjoy the travels. And I'm looking forward to those shows where all of a sudden you're going to be incorporating life under Corona, COVID, traveling all over the world, well, green, red.
That's why I took the notebook here. So yeah,
I thought you're not writing down.
Yeah, well, that's not here. But I will. When I get back to the apartment, half of it will be about this appearance. That will be that. Yeah, so,
it's gonna make fun of me.
Yeah.
All right, Avi, pleasure.
Yeah,
thanks
pleasure.
So much.
Thanks for having me.
Guys, thanks again for watching, and stay safe, stay healthy wherever you are in the world. Signing off from the eternal and undivided capital of Jewish people, Jerusalem, in our holy land, the land of Israel. Shalom, everyone.
All right, works for me.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.